I figured I'd come on here for a few minutes just to share a little bit of good news, I guess it is. Um, Back in the spring of 2003, out of the blue, I heard God say something to me, which goes as follows, which went as follows. He said, "You should know by reason of the books when my return will be." So I started to turn to grab the Bible, and I thought, well, I'll just flip through it. Maybe he'll lead me to something there. As soon as I turned to get the Bible, I realized, wait a minute, Daniel said the exact same thing. 70 years until the end of the captivity. And so I said, well, I'm just going to go with this, Lord. 70 years to a generation, 70 years before the end of the captivity and this and that. And I said, I guess by reason of the books, your return will be May the 14th, 2018. And then he said, if I delay my coming, let's say, by 2 years. That's exactly how he said it. What if I delay my coming by, let's say 2 years? Do you think the world will see me more clearly? So I went 2018 plus 2, 2020, the year of perfect vision. And the Lord said, he said, yeah, I'm going to make a major move on May the 14th, 2018. He told me this in 2003. On May the 14th, 2018, this president that is extremely fascinated with religion, nothing but religion. He never talked about religion in his campaign for the presidency, but once he became president, then religion this, religion that, build the temple, build the wall, build everything, just build it, you know? So, I think it's funny. So anyway, when we hit January the 1st of 2020, I kind of said within my heart, like, okay, this is supposed to be the year that I'm going to start seeing things develop, because he said he will start making moves and make it increase unto his coming. That's not the tribulation period. This is the calm before the storm, okay? And lo and behold, I don't know, what was it? It wasn't even quite January yet. I think it was late December. They came out with this man-made virus, genocide, population control, reduce the population of the world, you know? I mean, why not start off in China? It's communistic, and they can commit great atrocities and get away with it. And they're all in cahoots. Come on. Jesus himself said, he talked about the mystery of iniquity was at work since the beginning. Okay? And that always had me puzzled. I'm like, huh? Adam and Eve and all of them, they were just probably slightly better than cave people? Not really. Well, back then that's what the church had me believing. Without ever saying that, they create this image like, you know, there was nothing but, you know, straw huts and caves, I guess, for them to live in. So anyway, I came on here to say, it looks like the Lord is going to keep his word. It's going to keep increasing from now until his coming. And I'll say one more thing here. And if I be a prophet, this is a prophecy. But you'll have to wait for it to come to pass. I told my brother about this back in 2003. God told me May 14, 2018, he's going to make a move. And then he's going to pause for about 2 years and then start increasing more moves upon the earth. I saw the look on his face was like he was ready to come. As soon as I said, God told me, blah, blah. Before I could take the next breath, I saw the look on his face go, kind of, yeah, when? You know, like tomorrow, next year, you know, something like that. And he was already doing his little body motion there, which I could read. And it was weird because the Spirit smacked me like right here in the head. He was to my left. The Spirit went bam, hit me, and it said, oh, he's laughing at you on the inside because what you're prophesying is afar off. Well, guess what? These are the days, boys. So what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, yeah. On April the 5th, 2015, a very unique occurrence happened that day and possibly even at that very hour, which is Passover and Resurrection Sunday occurred on the same day at the same moment. And as soon as I knew that, I don't know how I knew it. I don't know if God told me or someone happened to mention it over the radio, like a one-liner, boom, and it was like, whoa, that's never happened before in 2,000 years. So as soon as I heard that, I heard God say, this is April the 5th, 2015. I heard God say, a 7-year count has just now started. He didn't say the 7-year count. He said a 7-year count just started. And I thought, well, what does that have to do with me? If it's not about the tribulation period and this and that, why tell me about it, right? Well, it wasn't until a few years later, all of a sudden, God, I didn't ask him, what do you mean, or anything. It's like a lot of stuff. I was like, I don't want to know, okay? Just let me keep my faith. But a couple years later, out of the blue, all of a sudden I heard God speak again, and he said, remember I mentioned that 7-year count? Not countdown, or the 7. He said a. Remember I mentioned a 7-year count that has started? And I said, yeah. And he goes, or he said, that is the day that the times of the Gentiles will end, and I will turn my attention to the Jews, Israel, Jerusalem, fulfilling all scriptures. Just calling. I'm calling you. I just came on here to let you know, like, if these things come to pass, you heard it here first, okay? You heard it from me. And if there's anybody on this earth that's really full of shit, you're looking at him, okay? Oh, did he say shit? I should have said it. Anybody full of fecal matters? Speaking of which, I'm going to hit you with this one too. Do you know why you should fast and fast oft? Because the devils are poop readers, okay? They read your fecal matters like a Sunday morning paper. And they skip the funnies. They never get to the funnies or the... what was that, miscellaneous notices? I kind of hear God laughing. They just wanted to pop in here and tell some jokes. And it's like, no, we ain't got time for that right now. But we do if he wants. But no, I don't want to go there. But I just thought I'd share that with you. Let you know, like... Oh, and I did see Planet X. It had to be Planet X because this thing looked like a red dragon. How brilliant it was. It took up like a third of the horizon as it set in the east horizon 2 hours after our sun had risen. They had heavily chemtrailed the skies that day, but I guess God in his power blew a stripe across the sky where it wasn't chemtrailed. It was chemtrailed as far as the eye could see, but there was one open stripe on the eastern horizon, and then more clouds going over the horizon. In that open, clear stripe, I saw Planet X go by. And when it did, I heard God say, what you just witnessed is the great red dragon of the Revelation. It shall create a time of distress such as never was nor ever again shall be. And I said, Lord, they're all claiming that things come by before and before and before. And the Lord said, no, it has never come by like it's going to this time. They may have seen it go by as a little, okay, in the sky. I'm telling you, it filled 1/3 of my eyesight looking directly at it. And it didn't move like a sun or a moon, real slow. It went, but it was this big, okay? Give me, I'm in here, or the earth is here. Let me get my fingers right. The earth is in that realm, And then Planet X, when it went by, it took up that much. It was a neon, magenta, vermilion, neon, pink, red, red, red. And it went by so fast in this little opening in the sky that by the time I figured out what I was looking at, it was already shoot. So I didn't really get a good chance to study it. But the study that I did do, my spirit leapt out of my body and was going, oh my gosh, that is another world. It was bizarre, I'm telling you. Man, so that's my story. I'm going to stick with it till the day I die. And that's just the way it's got to be. So, I can go off on other things, but I have preached on those things on other clips and stuff. So, I'm not going to go there today. But the Lord is coming in your lifetime. And if you die, and then you go, well, I died before the Lord came. He's not coming in my lifetime. Well, you better reread Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Every eye shall see him, even those that pierced him. Revelation 14:13. Right, blessed are they that die in the Lord hereafter, for their works do follow them. It's not by works, it's by faith. So, yeah, there is reincarnation. You can't escape God, okay? You're not going to get to live once, die once. That's telling you Enoch. Enoch is the last to die. Okay, the last Christian to ever suffer the death. Die the death of the martyrs.